MrBeast just got humiliated, though that might be the least of his problems right now. Because yesterday, he actually was the one humiliating himself because he crashed out over a smaller creator getting ranked higher on the Rolling Stone's most influential creator list. But then also, as if that wasn't bad enough, it got revealed that his company is grossly unprofitable, like somehow losing over $100 million a year unprofitable. But starting with Rolling Stone, the list that they have features a wide variety of influential creators that produce essentially every type of content you can imagine. But also, obviously, with a title like most influential creators, it begs the question, well, what is the criteria? And according to them, for the list, we defined it as someone born from the internet, not a celebrity who jumped on after gaining fame in a more traditional way, who uses their chosen platforms to push conversations forward. So kind of, if you think about it, a super vague definition that gives them a lot of leeway, which is then why you see a kind of a range of names like Dave Portnoy, Ironmouse, Hasan Piker, Miss Rachel, IShowSpeed, and many, many others. And then with all that, you had MrBeast coming in at number 7, which you might think would prompt a tweet like, oh, that's cool. Or hell, even if it was negative, maybe, how many views do I have to get to be number 1? But instead, he decided to take aim at someone on the list above him, writing in a now deleted tweet, according to this list, a guy with 1 million followers is more influential than me. What did I do to piss off the Rolling Stones? Which one, I will say, I don't know if MrBeast thinks Rolling Stone magazine is actually the band, the Rolling Stones. But either way, 2, the guy with 1 million followers is Caleb Hearon. And he actually responded to the tweet on Instagram in his own way with a post that showed the tweet and the caption saying, "Thank you, Rolling Stone. It's been an honor." You know, this was such a dumb, petty tweet. My favorite thing wasn't even watching people like writing funny tweets and reacting to it. It was actually seeing some people realize in real time that this wasn't like a parody account. This was actually a real thing that he posted.
Okay, dude. There's no way MrBeast posted that. That's so funny. No, MrBeast didn't actually post that. Chatters, calm down. It's Caleb is making a joke. Wait, he did? Oh my God, he actually did. Oh my God, he did. Oh my God. Are you real, dude? Why would you post that? You sound so bitter. You're MrBeast. Why the do you care about where you landed on the Rolling Stones influential list? I genuinely thought that he would have the wherewithal not to post some shit like that.
You also had creators that have had a past with MrBeast, like Rosanna Pansino, writing things like, MrBeast's mask slipping this much in less than a year has been fascinating to watch. Sorry, Jimmy, Caleb has something you'll never have, a personality. Right, and that as there were just countless other popular tweets reading things like, MrBeast, I cannot respond directly because you blocked me, but I wanted you to know that Caleb is a comedian who makes many laugh, and you are some sort of Willy Wonka marionette being puppeted by the algorithm. But also, hey, I'll say it wasn't all hate. But some, including creators like XQC, reacting to the list while reading it and saying,
seventh place, Caleb Hearon. Yo, chat, if I'm MrBeast, I'm suing them. I'm just straight up. Imagine being the guy that has the biggest analytics on the internet for the longest time in a row. I'm not trying to delay it, but guys, he's dominating the internet. To be beaten by Caleb Hearon, a guy that I've never seen in my entire life, appearing on a photo with Aiden makes you lose 5 points off the top 10 is what it is.
But either way, there you had MrBeast eventually deleting his tweet, and when replying to someone about the situation wrote, not gonna lie, after this I watched some of his stuff and it's actually good. I deleted the tweet, I don't want the smoke from the shooters, spare me please. So then he also got blasted even more for not apologizing and instead fearing the backlash. And as far as Caleb, it appears that he's just taken the whole thing in stride and joked on his Instagram story that he's in peace talks with MrBeast right now. Right, and also, for his part, Jimmy's been trying to move on, and instead he's been talking about how excited he is for Beast Game Season 2, which just finished filming with its $5 million prize. Which actually brings us to the second and I think far more interesting story with MrBeast, and that is, it's being reported that he's running out of money. And that's not just speculation, instead it's coming from a leaked investor deck from earlier this year that was reviewed by Business Insider, with the deck reportedly revealing that in 2024, Beast Industries earned $224 million from YouTube and other media, which, you know, is a ton of money. But apparently, that was because the company spent $344 million. Right, so you're looking at a negative difference of $120 million a year, so that's usually a non-starter for most businesses, let alone a social media brand. With Jimmy possibly realizing he's got a problem on his hands because in May of last year, he brought on Jeffrey Hausenbold to help out the corporate side. With then, in September, Hausenbold being upgraded to CEO, and Hausenbold has a long, successful resume as the former CEO of Shutterfly and a venture capitalist that led SoftBank's $100 billion Vision Fund. It appears he has tons of ideas for tackling the insane costs that MrBeast has run up with his production, some of which seem obvious. Things like, for example, MrBeast apparently pays retail on like everything. So let's say it's like a video that features gym equipment. Jimmy is apparently buying that for full value, which for a creator of that size doing a production that large, it's almost unheard of. But the scene is any amount of branding in a MrBeast video just being worth a ton for companies, and he should be working out deals for those items. item. And so in the case of gym equipment, it'd probably be easy to get that stuff for free or heavily discounted for just mentioning it in a video. And what's even crazier to learn is that MrBeast reportedly didn't even have a fully dedicated brands team, like the people that would negotiate those deals. And so Hasan Pikers' new 8-person brand team, they're trying to score these kind of items for free or even have MrBeast paid to use them in videos. His company also appears to now be renegotiating advertiser rates by as much as 65%, with Hasan Pikers saying, "We select partners that are authentic and will resonate with our loyal viewers, so we will never work with a cringe product. Sometimes Jimmy has a personal preference, but we have a choice in who to work with, and the economics must pencil out too." But then even with all that, you have things probably not turning around if Jimmy gets to continue spending crazy amounts per video, which appears to be why there is now a buzzkill squad that'll have to force budgets on videos and make sure they stick to those budgets. And so that means, no more spending $29 million for just the sets of the first 2 episodes of a Beast Game season and losing tens of millions of dollars on the project. A mistake so massive that even Jimmy said, "I'm an idiot." And reportedly, according to one ex-staffer, these changes over the past few months have meant that it's getting more corporate, saying people were used to the Wild West and now you can't run a company this size that way. Now, with all that said, I think it is hyperbolic to say that MrBeast is running out of money, because when you look at it, it appears that the media side's really just the side that's bleeding money. Things like Feastables and other MrBeast products are actually very profitable for the company and accounted for about half the revenue. And so to a certain degree, you could argue that all the videos, they're essentially just big ads. Though that said, they obviously want that side to also be profitable, and Hasan Pikers confident that by this year, things will turn around. In fact, in that same leaked investor deck, it claimed that the company is projected to make $317 million in media revenue and spend just $292 million. But for now, we'll have to wait to see how it plays out, though I'll say, it really does feel like MrBeast is too big to fail. Obviously, those could be famous last words, but his weird, petty reaction to the Rolling Stone thing aside, there's really just never been anyone like MrBeast in our space. Like, his bad view videos are 62 million plus. But yeah, whether it be the Rolling Stone of it all or the business side, I'd love to know your thoughts and reactions to what we're seeing right now.